Hello ladies and gentlemen, here we are with another Paisley Heritage video. As you can see, we're at Houston Kiltmakers today. Houston Kiltmakers is quite a unique company that was built in 1909 in Paisley, and it's one of the companies that still cut their own kilt material, so they've welcomed us in to make a wonderful video on the ins and outs of Houston kilts. So join us in this wonderful video. So here we are at Houston Kilts. Should you just introduce yourself, guys?
Ken McDonald, third generation Houston Kiltmakers. My son Ewan, fourth generation, established in 1909.
Amazing, thanks for welcoming us in today. So you just talk a wee bit about the heritage of the company?
Yeah, my grandfather, Mr. Houston, started the company in 1909, and we've been in the same premises opposite Paisley Museum.
Wow.
We design tartans, we sell Highland wear worldwide, and we hire UK as well.
Yeah, we ship all around the world. So America,
Wow.
Canada, New Zealand, Australia, a bit to Asia, a wee bit to the out Saudi, Arab Emirates.
Amazing. And what's
pretty cool.
What's that journey been like through all those years?
Well, I started at 16 as a traditional gentleman's outfitter, and we sold a few kilts. So about 35 years ago,
Wow.
I streamlined the business, got rid of all the menswear, all the big size menswear, Scout and Guide stuff, and we concentrated purely in Highland wear. It's a fairly big gamble, but it certainly paid off. So we're now an international company.
And what's the kind of some famous people that have
International, that's a good one.
International.
He's done this before.
So famous George W. Bush.
We don't like mentioning.
We don't like
names.
mentioning his name.
It's important. Okay, but it's important to achievements and what you've achieved and how far it's went.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh,
I got to meet
Red
them,
Hot-
so they were my
Wow.
favourite band at the time.
Yeah.
About 2004, we did kilts for the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Wow.
So that was one of my favourite. Prince, the royal family. Some of them.
Royal family as well. I saw the photographs on the wall.
Yeah. Prince Charles gave me a dinner for the Incorporation of Weavers for our 500th anniversary.
I don't think it gets any better than that. You must be so proud.
Yeah, very proud.
Yeah.
And we've designed tartans for, Domino's, London North East Railway. I'm doing one for NASA. We're doing one
Don't
for...
tease us. You're going to show us that later, aren't you?
Yeah.
And Ken, if you're a Paisley buddy through and through, and you love the town.
Yeah, born in Paisley, been in the Chamber of Commerce, Town Centre Steering Group, the Vision Board, helped work up the Paisley First Business Improvement District. So I'm very passionate about the town. It's a beautiful town. We get folk flying in from all over the world.
Beautiful town.
And they just think it's fantastic. Towns all around the country and cities are getting less and less shops. Folk are doing it all online. And it's just the way we were ahead of the game. We predicted what would happen, retailing, menswear in Paisley, and we've just gone ahead of the game.
Ahead of the game.
Ahead of the game, that's what I'm talking about. And you also help out with Smash Shot, and you do give back to the town. I mean, it's important just to say how much of a credit you are to the town and how much of a difference you do make.
We through the Incorporation of Weavers, we give a good donation to Smash Shot every year. I was involved at the beginning to help Save Coats Memorial and other sort of things as well in Accord Hospice. So I've done a lot for the town.
Yeah, a lot
of
charity work.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I'm stepping back from that.
Yeah, you're definitely a credit to the town, so thank you very much.
Definitely.
And Ewan, should we start our tour?
Let's start our tour.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this.
Thank you very
Good
much.
luck and doing a good job.
Very much appreciate that. Thank
Thank
you. So, what section is this, Ewan?
So this is the made-to-measure section. So this is where the customer will come in and we'll show them all the different tartans from all the mills.
Amazing.
And we generally recommend heavyweight cloth for a kilt because it just sits and hangs the best, holds its piece the best, and it's not any warmer. So this is all the sort of heavyweight cloths from all the different mills. So you've got Lacaran, there down the borders, you've got Martin Mill, you've got House of Edgar. So this is like where we show
So,
the
location based.
well, this is all just like different mills or different areas, but these are just all the different tartans from all the different mills.
That's amazing. And pretty much every tartan throughout Scotland.
Yeah, so there's about 13,000 tartans registered with the Scottish Tartan Register.
And how did you come up with that body of work? How that must have taken
So obviously
years and
it's
years.
like lifetimes. So there's this register of tartans in Edinburgh. They are technically the holders of all the stitch counts. And then we have got like the biggest collection of tartans in the world, I'd say.
Wow.
Like
I'm not surprised.
We're the only place in the
1909,
world-
there are not many companies that go in that length for time.
We're the only place in the world where you can physically see every commercially produced tartan. So
Wow.
we've got all these, but also we've got tartans in here that we've collected over the years that you're not going to see in any other place. So my dad's just taken his time, and he's we've got such a big database of tartans. Yeah, so basically, the clan chief Buchanan came in, and there hadn't been a clan chief Buchanan in a long time, and they wanted to take their traditional Buchanan tartan, which is this. You know, this is modern Buchanan, ancient Buchanan, weather Buchanan. They wanted to take the set of that, but make it in the colours that they wanted. So it's the same design as that old one, but they wanted, you know, pink for the girls because they've got daughter, blue for the boys, and sort of a peachy yellow to represent this colour.
Right. And what year would you start doing that?
That was 2022.
Right.
That.
Oh, amazing.
So that was a cool one.
Yeah.
Right? And then you've got, you know, that was a Welsh guy, so we wanted a bit of red tie-in with his red. That was a George Leslie, civil engineering.
Nice. Yeah.
That was a guy, German, becoming a Scottish guy. He wanted organic colours.
Right.
That was the Glasgow Miles Better. That was a big festival. Glasgow Miles Better. That was Domino's Pizza.
Domino's Pizza. You talked about NASA?
London North East Railway. Yeah, the NASA one's getting woven at the moment. Marty Pello.
Oh, yeah.
That's actually Houston tartan. So it's
Right,
a pretty hoorish tartan.
Yes.
So these are just some cool tartans we've designed for individuals, companies, people all around the world.
The question is, what's your favourite tartan?
What's my favourite tartan?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Obviously McDonald tartan,
Of course.
because I'm a McDonald. Probably the weathered McDonald of Glengarry or the weathered Buchanan is a really nice one.
Could you show me?
Yeah. Here is, this is
So my favourite tartan is the Stuart Hunting tartan.
Stuart Hunting's. It is nice. Yeah, that's
He says it's nice, it must be nice. Otherwise I got taste.
that's the weathered Buchanan.
Oh, that is nice.
You can't see it well there, but it is a really nice tartan.
Yeah, that's lovely. So, you want to show me around the ins and outs of the working of the place?
Yeah.
So in this elements, people come in, they pick their tartan, you have a wee consultation with them, and what they want and lengths, and you, that's this bit?
Yeah, so once they've picked their tartan, then we'll show them the different jacket types or different jacket colours and styles. So quite a lot of folk are going for tweed jacket, so you can obviously pick from lots of different colours. Different linings, different buttons, different styling. And this is just to kind of all the different jacket styles that they can go for.
Amazing. And what's the next section?
Next section is the higher section.
Right.
So obviously over that side's the buy. This is the higher. This is where we'll show customers all the different higher tartans that we do. We'll show them the different jacket styles and all the dummies up here. So this is like the higher section here.
Perfect. Next.
So this is the basement. This is where the customers come to get measured, trying stuff on. So they'll come down here and we'll show them all the different sporns, different accessories. This is like where they accessorise.
And you'll get these imported from other companies, so you'll have partnerships. So you'll have partnerships with the sporrans, partnership with the buckles.
So the funny thing is, there's not many good Scottish manufacturers left.
Right.
So it's like a dying art. So there's only a couple of good sporn makers, a few good accessory makers. So it's kind of getting harder to get good supplies.
So you heard it here. If you're interested in an entrepreneurial idea, want to keep it local and keep it Scottish, sporrans and belt buckles and what do you call the knives? The dirks?
Skeen doos.
Skeen doos. Notorious for losing them.
Yeah. That's kilt pins and skeen doos. That's
and which is your favourite looking? So I used to be a graphics engraver at one point. So I used to engrave the sporrans and the belt buckles, and the Iowa and all different Celtic patterns. So what's your favourite Celtic pattern? Do you have a favourite? Because they are amazing, because they're not even symmetrical. I don't even know how you would come up with such a intricate pattern.
Yeah, I don't know if you can call it like certain patterns.
It's obviously it's the fascination with the Picts, and there's very little known about the Picts, and they just seem amazing maddies. The full head to bottom tattoos. It's just one of our. I mean, they never wrote anything, so they don't really have a history. But I'd just love to know more about them.
They were warriors.
Yeah, they were the proper. Because Scottish folk are pretty much the barbarians of the world. We're really kind and nice and lovely, but don't mess with us.
Too right, man.
Exactly. So, you want to show me some?
You do look like a barbarian.
I'm a barbarian. You want to show me some sporran?
Yeah, so these are your sort of fancy furs. So you've got, sealskin, raccoon.
Wow.
Who knows what raccoon musquash, bleached musquash. That's a beaver, a shaved beaver.
Why not?
Believe that?
Yes.
That's a goat.
That guy must be cold.
That's a mink. wrap.
And the purpose of a spadden, keep your change in.
No, I guess back in the old days it used to be just like a leather pouch. So once they were running about the hills and they just had they needed somewhere to carry like their oatmeal, shit like that. So it's just like a pouch.
Because what we're talking about is back in the day it would be an all-in-one thing. So the kilt would be called a
Philly Moore is what they called it, but it would have just been a massive big bit of wool.
And that would be your quilt. That would be everything.
Warmth, running in, carrying and stuff.
And then wait, and you would roll on the ground to wrap yourself in it.
So you lay it out, you fold it, you lie down in it, you belt yourself up in it, you can put it over your head. There's loads of different ways of folding it.
And there'd be lots of different, because they're potentially going on long journeys, and that's why you'd have your oatmeal and your sporran,
that's
because
exactly.
they don't have trains or buses, so you're relying on a horse.
Yeah, oatmeal and pig or blood, and put some sort of blood in there.
That would make sense because the protein of it, and it'd be readily available.
Hardcore back then.
Exactly. I mean, we're so sensitive to the cold compared to that. You just would never be warm. You wouldn't know what warm was.
And midges as well.
Exactly. you would have thick leather skin. You wouldn't get a midgie in you.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Guys.
So what's the next section?
Next section is more this way.
And then
yes, this is the hire store. So this is where we'll pick and pack the hire outfits, check them, get them ready for the weekend's weddings.
And they come back some state sometimes.
Good God, they come back in states. So yeah, we found everything in hire, return hires, and some of them come back in pretty messy conditions.
Confidential.
But you just got to get them either ditched. Binned or
well, obviously there'll be a balance to figure out which are deep cleaning, which is not beyond repair. And would you then charge individuals if it's beyond repair?
Yeah, generally you'd have to charge them.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Just lift it up when you go to the bathroom.
Yes.
And is this as a generic? Is there a standard? What's the most popular tartan?
Yeah. So obviously the most popular tartans of all time are Royal Stewart, Mackenzie, Isle of Skye, Black Watch. So they're like the four most woven tartans in history. But at the moment, like grey tartans are quite popular for hire, and also sage green. That's quite a popular colour wedding colour now. So those sage green kilts like Weather Patriot and Anach Moore, that's a new one we've designed. That's a good one.
Oh, so you're actually designing tartans as well?
Yeah, I designed tartans.
Oh, you design tartans?
Yeah.
That's a whole different video in itself.
Yep. So I designed some tartans for some people.
You need a YouTube channel. You really do. We're having chats about that. Yeah, see them on TikTok later on. All right, what's the next section?
Next section is up to the workroom.
Let's go there. So what's this?
Yes, this is the beating heart of the whole shop. So this is the workroom. So this is where all the skilled work.
This is where the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens. Yes.
And
want to give you a tour?
Yes, please.
Or do you want me to show you first? In here, this is the workroom.
Okay. And where are we now, Ewan?
We are in the workroom.
Right, and what happens here?
They do the sewing, stitching, hemming, making, all these kind of things.
Repairal or actually building the kilts?
Building and repairing.
Wow. So how many kilts do you think you make in a week? Or is that a good metric?
So we've got, a few kilt makers that work from home. So generally it's like a couple of handmade kilts a week, and then we outsource, machine kilts.
Amazing.
And again, it can be, who knows.
And how long does one kilt make from beginning to end?
So generally kilts take 8 to 12 weeks because we like to space out the work, take our time with them.
Yes,
right?
Because it's handmade, so it needs to be done right.
Yeah.
And it could potentially last a lifetime.
Yeah, it does last a lifetime. But some people need them for a rush, like if it's for a last minute, wedding, or it's for a funeral or something like that, and then you can get them made super, super fast. So
probably a lot of people don't know that you could do repairs as well.
Yeah, you can basically strip and remake a kilt if you really have to.
Yeah,
so that means you strip it down to base what it was, and then rebuild it to the new sizes.
So that's definitely a unique selling point as well.
But it's a lot of work. The girls prefer just to make a whole brand new kilt from a clean bit of cloth.
And cut to later on, who was that individual I spoke to?
That was Lorna.
Cut to Lorna. Me and Lorna done a wee talk about the kilt. Just popped up just now. So here I am with Lorna. Lorna, pleased to meet you. How are you?
Hi, nice to meet you too. I'm fine, thanks.
And what do you do at Houston Kilts?
I'm a seamstress at Houston Kiltmakers, so we basically do all the alterations for the kilt hires and all the made to measures, and then we make a lot of accessories like ties and things like that, and ruche ties and scarves and all that.
And do you love it?
I do enjoy my job, yeah.
Is it challenging sometimes?
It is challenging sometimes. It can be very challenging sometimes, but yeah.
So I want to talk about the plaiting. So you wouldn't do the ironing of the gaps between it. You know how when it's all corrugated, you wouldn't do that.
No, we get the kilts made, and then we work on them when they're made.
And do you know anything about that plaiting side?
Yeah,
of
I
it?
can plait because I can make kilts anyway.
Right. That's what I want to talk about. So it's like a centimetre different distance. What is it?
It depends because there's different measurements for different people.
Right.
So it all depends on your waist measurement. And,
okay.
And then your,
there's a bit of a
your
science
hip
to it.
measurement, and then there's like a formula where they calculate out how big the pleat should be at one part of it, and then the bottom part.
So it's like narrow at the top and wider at the bottom.
Yeah, so
that's amazing. And that took you quite a while to figure that out.
I got taught it in a kilt school.
Kilt school?
Yeah, in
wow.
Edinburgh. So
No way.
I did.
Yeah, there was a kilt school.
Yeah, there's a kilt academy in Edinburgh.
And how many years have you been doing this for now?
I've only been making kilts properly for about a year, but I'm not. It's very time consuming, so I've not got the actual time to do it.
But it sounds like you love it.
I do actually really enjoy it, but it's once in a while for me because it's just too much.
I can imagine. But thanks for talking to us anyway.
Oh, you're welcome.
Take care, alright?
Bye. Nice to meet you. Bye.
Talk at the same time.
So when you are going to be pleating a kilt, there's two ways to do it. There's a military pleating set you can do, and then the other one is just pleating to the set. So pleating to the set is basically just getting the back of your kilt to look exactly like the front apron, the pattern on it.
Amazing.
And then the military pleat it's basically just you take a specific line and then you just pleat the whole kilt to that specific line. So it's actually that was easier to do. It's a lot easier to do. Yeah,
show me that if you could.
So basically,
well, I hate ironing.
I basically don't iron unless I'm in the shop.
Oh yes. Once we've ironed all day here, last thing I want to do is go home and iron. That makes sense.
Yeah. So we take that line, and then when you're actually pleating it properly, the top will have the first 5 centimetres will have a specific width.
Right.
And then it gets thicker at the bottom to another specific width
that
you work out from your maths. Yeah.
And you use a ruler, you kind of from eye can measure, because I see you're just doing it from eye.
So this is just right now.
Just a demonstration.
This is just a demonstration, but no way, it's literally millimetre by millimetre.
Wow.
You've got a wee stitch counter and stuff like that you use, or you can use a ruler, whatever. But it's millimetre by millimetre. In
regards to the kilt school, do you know why they pleat it like that?
No.
No, because I guess guessing would be that back in the day a kilt would have many purposes. Like at night you can maybe wrap yourself in it.
The Fillmore was the first kilt, like the big kilt they used to see the ones that were in Outlander and all that. That was basically you got people lying down in just a big bit of fabric and then they pleated it up themselves and then they wrap it round themselves with a belt.
That suits all purposes.
And that suits all purposes because that was actually made for, out in the weather and stuff like that, and it was just part of their daily lives. But obviously this is more kind of dress.
Yes.
I think during World War One, kilts were obviously popular and stuff during the war. But it was very interesting back then because the kilts were all made the same length for everybody. So that's where, from what I heard, that's where people knelt down in the ground to get the exact length of the kilt. That's how that started. Right. Because everybody was a different height, but they all had the same length of kilt. Oh, okay. So you had to go into the floor to kneel down to know where your kilt
that makes sense. That's amazing.
So some people would have a really high waistline, some people have a really low waistline.
All different shaped people.
So that's interesting. I like that.
Yeah, no, that's a fascinating piece of information.
And then, so that's just dressy. That's just kind of dressy.
Look at that. So that's perfect. And you've done that by eye. So that. And then, so you do all of that with the pin first, and then you would start ironing.
Yeah. No, you don't iron it. You don't press it until after. You pleat it without ironing it.
Well, you press it, not iron it.
You just You use a pressing machine.
Okay.
But you sew the pleats into place first before you do any pressing at all.
Sew the pleats?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So you pin them first, and then you actually, there's a specific method of doing it.
Yeah.
And then you make the real pleats up with the real measurements and stuff, and then only after you've done that, that's when you give your kilt a wee press to begin with.
Amazing. That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So as I've been filming you, and I have noticed the most attractive person in here being this beautiful, cute wee dog. What's their name?
Yeah, this is Toby.
Oh, Toby's beautiful. And he's the mascot?
He's a mascot. He is the shop therapy dog. He is God.
Oh, yes.
He's in charge.
He's the stress management and director.
And this is his Toby. This is our Toby wall here.
Well, that's lovely.
So this is, you know,
Who's made all of these? Are these
customers will send
Wow.
pictures in.
Pretty epic, it
And
really
we've
is.
even got a tartan design for him as well.
Toby's got his own tartan.
And he's got 5 kilts
That's
as well.
got a bit of.
And he's got his
Do you have any
hat
pictures?
collection.
I might have to find a picture on your Facebook page and
We
add
can
that to the
send
video.
one.
Yeah. So Toby must be one of the only dogs in potentially the world with his own tartan. That's
Yes.
epic.
I think he is actually.
Toby, you're legendary. You really are. Honestly, it's been fantastic. So you're epic individuals. You really are. Obviously, your father's such a credit to the town. Loves the town. Still making such a difference to the town. So he's fantastic. He's an amazing guy.
Unbelievable.
And thank you so much for inviting me in today, for having this. You've been such a natural. I'm looking forward to your own YouTube channel.
Thank you for coming in and giving us a bit of energy today. It's been fantastic.
That's certainly what I'm, as a ball of energy. I sleep very well, you know. But thank you so much, and it really means a lot to me. And then again, thank you for the follow-up vouchers for our competition. The competition will be drawn by the time this video goes out, but these guys donated, and it was absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much, my friend. It's been a legendary day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care for now, all right?
You too.